welcome to the Talk Room by Naha. Today we are at Purple Skills Klinic Foundation. We are here to sit down with one of the most celebrated media personality here in Uganda who supports young minds. He is an entrepreneur and a creative. This is a conversation that you wouldn't love to miss. Come with me. Welcome to the very first episode of the Talk Room. My name is Naha, and today we are joined by Uganda's most celebrated media personality. He's been you've heard of Katogo, The Beat, and now After 5. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Douglas Lwanga.
Well, sometimes when you mention, the shows that I've done, I'm like, yo.
Oh my God, I feel like I am.
Yeah, because every show came with its own career growth. It has its story, it has its wins, it has its low moments. So
I know.
Every time you mention them, I'm like, yo.
I've been here.
I've been here, but glad to be here. Yes. And also, congratulations if I'm the first on this.
You are the first.
So let's do it. And I wish this channel the very best.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We would like to know, who is Douglas Lwanga?
So Douglas Lwanga, in brief, you can call him a creative entrepreneur. Okay. So my work evolves around journalism, media personality. That's what everyone knows. I am a digital marketeer or influencer, so to say. I'm also an event manager. I run the Purple Party. And then, of course, I'm the CEO of Purple Skills Klinic Foundation.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You've not talked about if you're married or something. Someone out there might.
They know, man. They know. Those that are watching this channel definitely know. My life is already out there.
I know, right? Yeah. The industry you work around a lot of ladies. I don't know how you manage that.
No, I have my wife. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In this industry, a lot of people have stage names. We've heard of Kasuku, and some people come out and call themselves Gorilla, Chimpanzee. Why Douglas Lwanga?
Because you see, I want to be the person on screen and the same person off screen.
Okay.
I want when you meet me, that's me. When I go on air, when you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on action, that's still me. So for me, I realized that I don't want to have two personalities. I don't want to have the AKA. When you see Douglas Lwanga, when you to Google about him, the name will always be that name. And it's also advantageous because even when you're trying to ask for, let's say, visa, sometimes the consular or whatever who is behind the other end wants to know this person who is asking for visa. So if your real name is different from your AKA, sometimes they may get confused, So for me, I found it advantageous keeping my real name, Douglas Lwanga. So.
And it's perfect.
And it's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would like to understand, and let me take you back to those days of Katogo.
Yes.
From Katogo, you go to NTV.
The Beat,
and then NBS.
Yes.
I mean, these are very big stations.
Yeah.
What inspired those transitions?
So for us, at the time, Record TV, for me to move from Record to NTV, I'd spent about 4 years on Katogo.
Yes.
And it reached a time where, sometimes you just want to go higher. And at the time, NTV was like the biggest, TV station. You had to be there. It was like the MTV base, So I was like, I wish one day, I'm given a chance to work on that station. But also the transition came at a time that NTV wanted to tap into the mass market. Okay. NTV was very niched for the high-end people at the time. And so the MD at the time, Agicon, they wanted a show or a personality that has the Montuawansi, but can also appeal to the high-end person. And so that's why that time I was recruited, Ramiti was recruited, and so many other people. So that's my contribution to NTV.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, no, I think now it's time for me to explore this next opportunity.
Douglas, journalism can be very challenging. We would like to understand, how do you even manage those criticisms in the media industry?
So you need to understand that if you have studied journalism, it's something called mass communication. When you're a mass communicator, you're speaking to different people with different tastes, interests. While we are talking here, somebody is looking at your glasses. Another person is looking at your hair. Another one is looking at your coat. And for you, you're thinking that, oh, maybe they're just listening to the conversation. They could be listening on mute. So that should teach us, as mass communicators, that the people on the other end see or want different things. Now, if they criticize you, you need to first of all categorize that criticism. Ask yourself, this person abusing me, what's their issue?
I know.
Is it because they want to be a personality? They feel, some people just get angry because they feel what you are doing, it should have been them. And so regardless of whatever that you do, they'll be like, Eda Musinga. Why is she the one there? So that will annoy them. So if you understand that that person is annoyed for that reason, then you have nothing to do for it.
The natural jealousy.
Exactly. The second person is somebody who is criticizing you because of probably a question that you asked that you shouldn't have asked. Now that one is genuine. And that one you have to listen and say, oh, okay, so next time, maybe I'll, find a way of not repeating the same mistake. So there you can even issue an apology. Yeah. And then there are also people who have just had a bad day and they are watching you. And for some reason, they want to share that bad day with you. and they'll provoke you anyhow.
I know.
And then lastly, there are people who think for you don't have a problem.
I know.
So they see on air Monday to Friday, you're happy, you're smiling. They're like, but this guy has never gotten angry. Let me try and provoke him. And then they will abuse you.
I know.
And then for you, you need to be highly emotional. You should have a very high emotional intelligence to understand that I shouldn't even respond back. Some people would abuse you, and then when you respond back, they're like, we just wanted to get your attention. So if you know how to categorize all these things, then you'll know how to handle public criticism.
And that's literally a whole topic. If you give us more time, maybe we can come back
Definitely.
and talk about that particularly.
Definitely.
But taking us back to the youths,
Yes.
We have a lot of youths that have done journalism out there. And if we talk about, we've seen so many media personalities that have been into media, but after some time, they move to different countries or even give up.
Yeah.
Douglas is still here.
Yeah.
We've seen him for some good time.
Yes.
I mean, how have you even been able to manage that?
So you need to understand that every one of us has a life path.
True.
Your life path is not my life path.
True.
So for example, if you woke up and probably you've been on a certain job and you resign, I shouldn't resign. Or if I moved from Uganda and went to the US or UK, I shouldn't go to the UK unless that's my path. Now, for me, I look at different things. The reason why we are seeing that exodus of talent is because there is a big challenge. If you want to get money from media, there is no money. So if you're seeking for money, then you need to go and find another job that gives you money.
Wow.
What media gives you is a platform. What media gives you is network. Network is worth so much money. If you have if you can walk into, let's say, Minister Balam's office and they can call you by name, or if you can walk to the president and he calls you by name, or the ministers or anybody, that's social capital. Now that's what media gives you. That's what television gives you. It doesn't give you money. But you know in life that there are people that have social capital, but they can't even use it. So the question should be, how do media personalities turn social capital into
an opportunity for...
Yes, how do I love that? So how do media personalities turn social capital into actual money? That is the conversation. The conversation is not about who went to the US, who stayed. No. The question is supposed to be who has turned their social capital into money. Otherwise, you're going to find a lot of frustrated people. They are very famous. They are very popular. Everyone knows them, but they're sleeping hungry.
I know. Talking about, do you even think a lot of people are doing journalism out there, or the people that would love to do journalism? Do you think journalism should be, for you to be a media personality, you should have studied journalism, or it's even a talent?
It's twofold. You need the ethics. Every professional work has a code of ethics, and you don't learn ethics on the street. You have to study them, and that's the reason why you have to go to school. But while at school, you're just learning ethics is not enough. Skill. Now, for me, I did mass communication, and unfortunately, I never learned the actual skills. I learned the code of ethics of being a journalist. So if you ask me why some people regard me as one of the most professional people, it's because I have the ethics. True. But again, I am skilled. If you're to bring a news team and tell me to prepare a news story, I can do that. If you tell me to edit this piece that we are doing right now, I can do that. If you tell me to go behind that camera and shoot you, I can do that. You are versatile. Exactly. So, but that's what's missing from all these people that are doing journalism. They focus on the professional ethics and they forget the skill.
Okay. Getting back to your work life, you've made a lot of friends in media.
Yes.
And I've seen you've been working with MC Cats for some big time, and now you're not working together on a TV station.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
No, Cats has not left. Cats took a break. There's a difference between leaving and a break. A break means you pause a little bit, reflect on whether you want to continue that or not. So he's right now in a break. Yeah, but we talk. I was even talking to him. That's like family, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I've seen and I know most of people admire the relationship you have with him.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's family. Oh. So he's taken a break, and of course, like everyone else, you need to give people time to really think if that's what they want to continue or they've gotten new love.
True. Yeah. If you met the Douglas of back then, Katogo, trying to even get to that TV that you started on, what would you tell that Douglas?
I'll tell that Douglas, don't be shy. Okay. You're going to make it. Okay. Because for me, my first time they gave me the opportunity to be on the screen, I never wanted.
Why?
I was very, very shy. That camera there is very intimidating. And I remember that weekend, because for me, they told me on a Friday that on Monday, you're going to be on air. And I've never been on air, never spoken for a long time. All I did was to speak in a meeting, and my boss was like, I think you can be a good presenter. Okay. And so that weekend, I was like, should I tell him I'm sick? I couldn't make it. And then I was like, okay, no, just go do your thing. One take. And he was like, you're very good, so you're going to run a daily show. Okay. So I wish if I hadn't taken that first step, I wouldn't be here. So in life, you need to take that one step. Don't wait to be ready. Don't wait to be 100%. Even if you don't know how to speak, just speak. And then you build on that, you'll perfect as time goes on.
And you turn out. You move on.
Exactly. Iron has to go through fire to be sharpened. Yeah.
Being the CEO of Purple Skills Klinic Foundation,
yes.
What do you have to tell a youth there that would love to maybe make it in life or even evolve in this changing media world or even technology?
So for us, or for me, the vision behind Purple Skills Clinic is I saw that there is a gap. There is a whole lot of young people who are graduating, but they fail to get jobs. So where is the problem? The problem is everyone is just focusing on what I told you earlier. Professional ethics, have the document. You are a mass communicator, journalist, from Makerere, Chambog, wherever. But when you to ask that person beyond that paper, what can you do? They can't do anything. So as a young person, whatever you do, we need to understand that we are living in a world where people are more interested in what you are able to put. There's a joke that they say, what can you put on the table? Yeah, so for me, I'll say, what skill do you put on the table? If I'm to employ you, you've come from a career, wherever, what skill is that I'm going to use to make my company grow? For example, right now, if NBS Television employed you, it may not really want just a person who's going to talk. It wants somebody who has a following on social media. So you should have already grown your social media following, even while you're at school. Start by doing your content on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, on LinkedIn, grow that community. So that by the time you ask for the job, you already have those numbers following you. Yeah. And beyond that, add the other skills that, go alongside with your career. For example, journalist is not supposed to just be a journalist with a transcript from a career. You need to be able to speak in front of a camera, in front of people. You need to be able to learn some multimedia skills, editing, graphics, animation, for Photoshop, etc. So if you don't have those skills, you're going to come out of the university and then guess what? You come to NBS, you tell them, I am a graduate. They won't give you the job. Then they will get, what's this girl at Baba? That girl who caused a lot of, they will get Pretty Nicole and like, Nicole, go do your thing. Yeah, and then you start complaining, the jobs are given to people who didn't study mass comm.
But there is a reason.
But there's a reason. Okay. So let's work on that. And then lastly, we have a big challenge of dropouts. There is 8 million young people who enter primary school. Of the 8 million young people that enter primary school, 5 million complete PLE, 3 million complete O-level, 2 million complete A-level, and then those that graduate at campus, 800,000. Now, where have all the other gone? That's the question. And for me, when I see people saying, hey, my child got 4 points, what points? I'm like, guys, that's not the real issue. The real issue is we have a big chunk of people that have dropped out of school. What are they doing? My question to you is, if your child drops out in P6, what are they able to do? So as a young person, let's try and make sure we are imparting skills, learn as many skills as you can. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been, thank you so much for coming through. It's our pleasure having you on the talk room.
Yeah.
It's been quite challenging interviewing the best media personality here in Uganda. And thank you so much for sharing to the youths out there. Let's keep the conversation live. Until next time.